Welcome everyone. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for checking into the channel. Today is June 19th. We're in the middle of eclipse season. I decided to come on board and do your eclipse readings. It's been challenging, I have to say, and I'm sure all of you are in many different states on your path. Facing challenges, moving through them, coming out the other side. And so I thought I would stop by and check in and offer you some readings and some guidance for this eclipse season. We're in the middle of it. The 20th, 21st is the second eclipse. The third eclipse is going to be on July 5th. And we just started Mercury retrograde. So why I'm doing these on Mercury retrograde, I don't know. But I think hopefully the messages will still come through that you need to hear. I'm doing okay. I hope you are too. And without further ado, here come your eclipse season readings. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Hello, Scorpio. This is your eclipse season reading. I've already pre-shuffled the cards. I've picked them out. I've said my prayer. I've laid them on the table. You have 4 cards from the Thoth deck. You've got 2 cards from the Pagan Otherworlds, and you've got 1 card over here from Colette Baron Reed's. I forget her oracle deck all the time. The Everyday Oracle? The Enchanted Map Oracle. That's what it is. Okay. So let me go ahead and say the prayer again. And I invite you to close your eyes and listen to the words and begin to get in sync with the energy of your reading. I ask that the white light surround us, the light of protection, understanding, and healing. I ask that my guides come through and speak clearly this day for our understanding. May all of my Scorpio viewers' intentions be heard and answered, and I ask that this reading be for the highest and best of all concerned. I ask this through all my teachers. I'm tuning into my guides right now, and Scorpio, it took me a long time to shuffle your cards, so I'm not sure what that means. If you guys are stewing over something or thinking on something, but let's see what the cards say. I'm going to pull the Thoth cards open first, and again, this is to help you walk your eclipse season in a good way. The first card out is Wealth. Very nice card to have. The second card out is the Prince of Wands, upright. Awesome. The third card out is the Five of Cups in reverse, okay. And the fourth card out is the Prince of Cups in reverse. You've got 2 princes here, fire and water. One in the upright, one in the reverse. Let me just tune in. See what's going on for you. Oh, Scorpio. Okay, the message I'm getting is to stay in your heart, Scorpio. Stay in your heart. Whatever is going on, just stay in your heart. So, money looks pretty good. We've got the Wealth card. That's looking really good. I apologize, they're calling me back in. Hold on, my guides are speaking. So the first message is to stay in your heart. There's been a disappointment that you've come through, that you're processing through. It could be a past disappointment, or it could be a more recent one. A more recent one that is hearkening back to an old disappointment. So you may be getting triggered this month, Scorpio, or this eclipse season. And the message is to consistently stay in your heart. Do your best to stay in your heart no matter what is moving through you. Give me some direction on the Prince of Wands, please. There's an element of your life that's actually moving forward really fast. Okay, this Prince of Wands right here reminds me of the Chariot card, and if you look at, I think it was Virgo's reading. If you look at Virgo's reading, you'll see that the Chariot came out twice in their reading, and the Prince of Wands. So there, even though this is more your energy, Scorpio, Prince of Cups, that's usually you, right? The water element. There's a part of your life that is moving forward really fast and really swift, and I'm getting that it's the material part of your life, job, husband, kids, all that whole thing is moving forward. Relationships, project at work is really moving forward. You've put some things in motion, and the Chariot is moving fast. And this is why I say it has to do with the mundane world. But there's another part of you, the soul level, the soul part of you is really with this underlying current of a past hurt, a past disappointment, and while you're navigating the top side world, this is going on in the underneath. And just to honor that, right? I'm going to show how it's like the disappointment, and you are working alongside this, the wealth and the Prince of, I'm sorry for all the shadows, it's nighttime where I am. But basically the top cards is what's happening in your above life, and this is happening in your inner soul life. And they're saying stay in your heart. Whatever's going on, just stay in your heart. Okay, so let's pull the cards from the Pagan Otherworld. So you have the Four of Discs in reverse. And you've got, oh my gosh, okay, the Ten of Discs in reverse. I wonder if some of you are really concerned about money at this point in time, because you've got the Ten of Discs in the upright here, and then in the reverse here, and the Four of Discs in reverse. It feels like this side is saying your money is spilling out. Your money is spilling out. You're letting go of power. And oftentimes Scorpios tend to focus on power, right? That's kind of your jam. And it doesn't feel good when you're out of power, or you perceive yourself as powerless in a situation, or waning in power in a situation. And if you're the kind of Scorpio that assigns your status in life based on how much money you have in the bank, this might be a time where you're feeling challenged. That's for some of the Scorpios. The other Scorpios who don't place or assign the value of themselves in life based on what's in their bank account, I think you guys are doing fine. So this message over here is for the Scorpios who are starting to panic or feel like, oh my God, what's going on? Remember to stay in your heart. Remember that everything is temporary. Wealth is temporary. Status is temporary. And to examine the places, hold on. They're asking me to slow down. To examine the fears that come up for again, this is just for a subset of you, to examine the fears that come up around money and security, and to do the deep internal shadow work to heal those triggers for yourself. When was that time when you felt like the ground was disappeared from under you, and you had nothing to cling to, nothing at all, and the fear came up? Those are the moments that are getting triggered by this uncertainty in the world. In my other life, I'm a psychotherapist, and there's this group that I am part of, and some of the inquiries have been really interesting. One person inquired today, so guys, you know, just taking a quick poll, are most of your clients dealing more harshly with the uncertainty in the world? Is that what's affecting most of your clients? Or is it the loneliness? And for many people, it was the uncertainty that was really triggering a lot of their clients. So all that aside, it's a good time to really do some shadow work, Scorpio. If you're in the group of Scorpios that are panicking over money, over wealth, over materialism at this point, and the dismantling of a lot of things, including 401ks, perhaps. Um, get yourself to a really good therapist. Get yourself to a really good healer, somatic worker. And by the way, you don't need to be in person to do somatic work. You can really, as long as you have a good guide, you can get a lot of work done online or even over the phone. You find a guide and work through it, because you don't want to be continuing to hemorrhage out because of fear. Right? We get once we get that fear under control, and you like a lot of the indigenous cultures who have very little materially, but they just shine in their spirit. You know, the lack of material goods it doesn't scare them in the least. That kind of security in really boiling it down to the essentials in life is what will really help you, Scorpios. This group of Scorpios. For this group, it's all about allowing yourself to continue living life forward while honoring whatever is residual from the past that's coming up in your emotional body. Right? Just honor it. Take lots of baths. Be near nature. Be in the ocean. That kind of thing, and stay in your heart. That's the biggest message for that one. Okay, and your oracle card for this eclipse season is education. Okay, let me just tune into what I'm picking up from this card. I'm picking up really quiet energy, soft, still. There's a humility here. There's a willingness to be the beginner. There's a calm, right? And she's reading this book, and the book is transmitting something to her. And the stork is there. Sorry, the egret is there. As a guardian, as a guide, as a companion to her. Find that place within you that resonates with this image. And that's going to help you come to the still, calm center, where fear just loses its hold. Because once you're in that still, calm center, there's nothing for fear to grab onto, latch onto. You're just open, calm, and in your heart. There's also some element of the mind going on. So I'm going to reach for this book over here and just read to you what it says. Education. Life is filled with lessons. Be teachable. Wisdom comes from participating in life, not just reading about it. This card suggests that you might not have enough knowledge about what you seek, the direction to take, your circumstances, or the nature of your inquiry. Important information is coming. Now is the time to go to school, ask a person who might know more than you do, or find a teacher or a course of study so that you can more clearly understand what the right next action must be. Sometimes life unexpectedly sends you to an unfamiliar school, and you must learn by experience. Now is the time to be teachable, open to changing your preconceived notions, be a student, and be willing to state the most powerful mantra of all: I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Okay, so I'm picking up a lot of research energy coming your way, a lot of being humble, really being willing to do the work, to learn a craft, to be the beginner. And I wish you well on that endeavor. You know, learning new things can be fun. And again, Scorpio and power, be willing to be the beginner and not the expert at this time. There is great power and great wisdom in that. So for those of you who are not liking the fact that you're having to appear like a beginner and, you know, not in the powerful authority place, relax. Stay in your heart. It's great to be a beginner. It really, really is. And it can only get better from here. Much love, Scorpio. Take care. Have a wonderful eclipse. I'll see you on the other side after July 5th. Bye-bye.